Hey y'all, I'm Irissah with We Are Jersey Magazine, and today I am sitting here with the CEO of Stronghold, Dupe, and creative director and manager, No. At what point in your life did you know that this is something you wanted to take serious?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I always felt it. I felt it in grade school.
Right, I feel like when you know, you just know.
Yeah.
And you really can't second guess it. That's the thing about life.
But the time I took it serious is when I started to realize like this could really change your life if you allow it to. If you put the work in. All this art, I don't care. Give me some art.
What else?
What I do? I don't know. Tell me.
What was yours, though?
Okay, so.
How y'all feeling today?
Feeling good, feeling great.
Kind of no complaints.
Like it's amazing that it's what it should be. Appreciate you for having us.
Of course. So, where did the name Stronghold come from?
Originally, the name of Stronghold came from my partner, Mikey Strong, about, I would say, 12 years ago. I guess he was, back then, he was into like the MMA, he was trying to bridge the gap between MMA and streetwear. So he came up with the name Stronghold Shop. The first location was in Lumen, and that's where Stronghold Shop was actually built.
Okay, cool. So how did you guys meet, and how did you get into this business?
I met my partner, I would say, about 11 years ago. So when he came over to this location, I was actually interning at another streetwear boutique called Syndicated. So at that point with Syndicated, I was actually, very intrigued into the whole streetwear situation where I wanted my own boutique. Like my dream at that point, about 15 years ago, was to have my own streetwear boutique. And I was interning with them, and at that time I was doing photo shoots, I was helping them with buying, I was doing a whole bunch of stuff with them, helping them with events, and then it came down to me actually trying to be down the team, and they didn't really have the space for me because they felt I was more of a higher priority where not saying they could afford me, but they thought I could be doing something on my own. So they actually told me, listen, we know another guy who's just fresh into the game, and he's looking for, to expand, so you maybe should holler at him. At first I was like, oh, that's kind of a slap in the face. I've been working with you guys for like X amount of years, and I was like, no, it's not like that. And then one day I was literally randomly just driving. Like, I tell people this story all the time, they don't really believe me, but I was like literally just driving, I saw Supreme Tower right there on Broad Street. So I was like, oh man, I probably got some drip in here. So I pulled over and I opened up the door, and it was my partner Mike, and it's been history ever since.
Wow, that's dope.
And I think I met Notes. I think when I first met Notes we had a pop-up shop with Black Dave.
Yeah.
And then that's where I met you. And then I think another time I did like a pop-up at a backyard at some event, and you was there as well.
Okay, yeah.
And
pretty much Mike is kind of like the bridge between all the gap. I mean, I have my own personal relationship with Mike for about, I want to say, 6-7 years now. And so I was also kind of a part of the shop and what he had going on, you feel me? I was also here to support, and one day he just made me an offer, I come with you, and now we here.
Wow, so Notes, I know you're also into styling, so do you like styling over creative directing?
It's all kind of the same thing. It's all, as long as it's art, I don't care. Just give me some art. But styling is fun. It is fun. You get to be at different places, obviously be around some cool people, and then some people who you even would admire, or like, damn, like this is my person who I grew up listening to, or something like that. So that's pretty cool. It's a new experience, it's a new experience. And I'm with it both. I'm with it both. As long as one common goal for growth. For everything we got going on, then I'm with it. I'm here for it.
Okay, so do you have anyone in mind that you might want to style?
In mind that I haven't touched yet. It's kind of a hard one. Let me see. Who have I touched yet that I like? Man, I feel like there's so many people, but it's hard. But somebody who I listen to often, for me, like Irissah. That's my guy. I like to listen to him. Somebody who I haven't met, but I'm not gonna lie, I've been blessed and fortunate to say I've met everybody who I really wanted to really bless. Yeah, be around and get to rub shoulders with, and I'm blessed to say that. It's not really obviously I'm with anybody and everybody, but as far as like my personal goals, I feel like I've definitely hit a lot of those. So I guess it's time to just set the bar high. So Drake, you next. What up?
Okay.
OVO was goody.
Goody.
So, but did you guys know that, at what point in your life did you know that this is something you wanted to take serious?
Oh man.
Like your soul fashion thing in general?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I always felt it. I felt it in grade school, honestly, because I just took it. I always took dressing up serious, especially streetwear. Especially because I came from an Asian background, where back then my parents weren't really into purchasing a lot of money on like streetwear clothes on Jordans. So we were getting like 1 or 2 pairs a year, in fact. Beginning of the year, then Easter, if that. So I always told myself back then, whenever I get money, whenever I'm ever in a place or position to actually either get it on my own, I'm going to wild out. And I never looked back ever since. And so as soon as I literally got a profession where I was making money, it's been a wrap since. And I told myself, not only is it's gonna be more than me just dressing, I'm gonna be in a position to be able to dress the world, So I'll say start from back then.
Yeah. See, for me, it's a little different. For me, growing up, like I listened to rap growing up, but rap wasn't my main genre of music. Like I was like really into metal and like stuff like that, rock and stuff. I was like really my main thing. So I didn't really care about streetwear too much. And at the time, before this opportunity happened, like I was actually in college. You know what I mean? So my mind wasn't even on streetwear. At the point I took it serious, because it might get me in a position. I was like, okay, I'll do it to a man's. It's cool. Like it'd be something cool to do. But by the time I took it serious is when I started to realize like this could really like change your life if you allow it to, if you put the work in to change your life. You know what I mean? So I seen one thing, I was like, oh, okay, this is different. And from that point on, and it was very fast. Like took maybe within 3 hours, no cap.
It was that conversation.
It probably was. And I was like, yo, this is no. Actually, the first time I realized for myself was actually before even meeting you. Actually, it was just something I just be on the shop. You know how the shop goes. Be lit.
It was that type of moment.
Yeah, and I seen that, and I was like, oh, okay, like this is. I'm not doing nothing else.
Right, I feel like when you know, you just know.
Yeah.
And you really can't second guess it. That's the thing about life is no one's gonna be able to tell you that. And people are always looking for people for answers. They're looking for people for guidance. But at the end of the day, it's you. You're gonna know. You really can't sit there and be like, okay, this is what I'm set for me to do for the rest of my life. No, that's something for you to decide. And then once you get that feeling, it's a wrap, and you just gotta go full throttle.
I've had to make some tough decisions like along the way though, because like sometimes I was in school, so that's a point like I'm either focus on school or focus on this. Couldn't do both.
Yeah, it's a lot to balance.
It's a lot. Like this is like a 25/8 thing.
You gotta be able to give yourself. Whatever you're doing, you gotta give it 100%.
Yeah.
Right.
There was no way I was finishing homework. It was a dub. I tried to begin. I tried so hard. It was a dub. So, and I love school too. I was doing really good.
Did you go to school for like anything fashion related?
Nah, I didn't care about fashion. I was going to school for finance actually.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was going for like accounting, finances, anywhere where the money resided, I was going to school for that. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. So how would you guys describe your personal style?
Me personally, if you can't tell, I'm more grown, cozy-ish, like more of a Kanye. Like grown. I still got it. I could hang with the best of them, but for the majority of the time, I like to be cozy. Styles at the same time. That's my style.
Me, I'm like dark, oversized, big. Like again, it comes from listen to rock music coming up, stuff like that.
Like so, that goth.
Yeah, I'm more on that.
Like today's a good day. Yeah, I'm about to say today's a good day. Yeah, he doesn't have the nails painted.
Yeah, my nails ain't painted today, but I'm actually happy that hip hop actually is embracing that, because when I was doing it coming up, it was weird, and I was getting made fun of, and I was like, I wouldn't say getting bullied, but it's bad.
It's trendy now though.
Exactly, which is hilarious. So kids like me paved the way, you feel me? Everybody doing that. When I was doing it wasn't cool. When I was skateboarding and all that stuff, it wasn't cool, you feel me? But it's dope to see it now. It's very dope to see it now. So now it's like, okay, I can actually like wild out even harder. Like, what am I gonna do next? I don't know, let's figure it out. Like, I felt like I'm comfortable to do it.
Whatever you want. That's the best part about it.
Yeah, so I'm more dark. Like even like with the shirt I'm wearing now, you know what I mean? Like all my tones and dark. Pretty much. And I hate shirts that fit me. I don't like shirts that fit.
Yeah, I hate tight stuff. Especially on top.
Too tight.
You gotta be comfortable.
All the time.
Yeah, comfortability is key.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It frees your mind.
Yeah.
It frees your mind. Like you don't want to spend a day. Listen, I like to spend my day knowing I look good, but at the same time I want to be comfortable. I want to be able to move.
Right.
Just in case I might have a meeting or interview, I could after this I could actually bust some jugs, get some packages or drop off. Because they call me Packman Dupe. Drop off some of my packages, but at the same time be stylish at the same time.
Yeah.
You gotta be comfortable.
Right. So, what are some other passions you guys have besides fashion? Just outside of that.
Now it's kind of taking over my life at this point, so it's all fashion. Like I just recently started graphic designing and like making my own merch. So that's still fashion related, but graphic designing is like a new passion of mine. It's fun. It's it's actually like I feel like I'm on both sides. I sell it and I get to make it, so I'm like on both sides of this whole spectrum. Actually, this shit's a shirt that I actually that I made with my own 2 hands. You feel me?
Oh wow.
Yeah, like my brand is called EXC. It's Latin for one of one. So on the back, on the back of my shirts like have like a vagina, one of one on the back. But and that's like I love it. I love it. It's a lot of fun.
Definitely a blessing to know how to make your own clothes, because you really are one of one.
Yeah, no, we are a
rocking your
one
own
of one.
stuff.
We all are. Like, no 2 people are the same. No matter what. No 2 garments are the same. Even the same garment. So.
True passion. That's crazy.
It could be anything random.
I'm talking about your passion.
I know, and so when you said that, I was like, whoa, that is a great question.
Yeah,
because I feel like I do everything, and I'm the type of person where anything that if I feel as if I want to do it, I'm gonna put my all passion into it. Like I'm a very passionate person, so I like to be the best at what I do. I hate to be outworked, so if I'm doing it, if I took the time to say, yeah, I'm gonna do it, I'm going to do it. I'm gonna put it at my all. Like for example, during the quarantine, before this, on camera, on record, I never cooked. Never cooked that. But literally, I started with a little air fryer, but now I'm cooking gourmet dishes. Like legit. Like soon we will be sitting down here talking about my cooking show. I got this whole little idea and everything. And it's that I have a lot of passion for that. I have a lot of passion for businesses. I'm starting a lot of other businesses besides in the fashion world. I have a big passion for the fashion world. I like helping people. Yeah, I'm into property. I have a Poconos property called a Dupe Chalet. You guys should check it out on Instagram. It's an Airbnb. I just got into that. It's I like doing home improvement now. And like I said before, whatever I touch, I like to give it my 100%. I don't like to half-ass nothing.
I feel that.
Like even if it's something I'm not even good at, I still like to give it. I like to be up there with the best. You know what I'm saying?
As you should.
Doesn't
What's
matter.
your favorite thing to cook?
I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I'm on that lobster mac and cheese. Feel me? I love lobster mac and cheese. I like seafood. I don't know. I like things that are challenging. Because at the end of the day, if it's easy, I don't really like to do it. I like things that have like multiple preparations, steps. I don't like to just go the easy way route.
Yeah.
I like things that give me a little challenge. And then with that type of dish, you have to actually cook it right. And from the preparation to the end, you have to be on point. That's about it.
Okay, that's really dope. So I know in your shop you allow other brands to show their stuff. So if I had my own brand, what would I have to do to get my clothes?
Well, honestly, I tell brands this all the time. I tell brands all the time that it doesn't really matter the type of clothing, just as long as it's fire and we could sell it. Not only sell it, we can sell out of it real quick. There's no discrimination. I don't care who you are. Honestly, we encourage. Majority of our inventory is logos. We encourage that because at one point, I remember when I was coming up, that was in the thing. A regular street like 9 years ago, it was extremely hard for locals to be part of a main boutique. Main boutiques are normally dealing with like bigger brands like Diamond or any other big type of 10 deep streetwear. But in order to get a smaller brand local that's coming up that has the dream to be one of those brands, you would have to either be at a certain statue or be in certain stores. And I kind of want to get away from that because I remember back then I was saying to myself like, wow, what if I wanted to? Because at the point in time I didn't want to open up. I didn't want to have my own brand, but in my mind like, what if I wanted to put my brand in here? How would I? They wouldn't even allow it. So I always kept that in my mind, and even dealing with my partner, we only dealt with up and coming from our staff, people that's like working like people that work for us, they have brands, and we bring them in, and they sell their brands, and we just grow each other. Because at the end of the day, we're still trying to grow, and we want to be in the position to help other brands. You know, so we like to deal with other brands. So, like I said, as long as it's fire, as long as we meet the criteria, it fits to our.
Or they can afford to sell it to you.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, because a lot of upcoming brands, they aren't really able to do that. But as long as they're able to give it to us wholesale, and we could, you know, move regularly in the business, we're good to go.
Okay, sounds good. So, with COVID being a turning point in this generation, how do you feel it's affected your creative process?
It makes you have to be more
Or do you feel like it has?
I actually created
it. It has to make you more creative.
Yeah.
If you didn't come out of this more creative, then
Yeah,
go back in it.
You have to really think outside the box during this, especially for us where we have a storefront. You know, thank God we have a great following and a good online presence, but this situation really made you think outside the box, really dig in to see where your talents were.
Right.
You know, like restaurants and stuff were closed, you know, so you have to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
Like, I mean.
Right. Oh, you learned how to cook during COVID?
Yeah, during COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
That's
taught myself graphic design during COVID.
Yeah.
So
I came with my first brand, Packman Dupe, during COVID. You know, it gave me time to really dig deep. It gave him time to really dig deep into the talent that he didn't know. Like, that's the best part about, you know, still learning and finding yourself. See, that's why I love COVID. I love it because it really helped us tap into other departments that we weren't even looking at because we're in our cycle. We're doing the same thing. We're getting up, we're going strong, we're working, we're doing this, we're doing it. You get caught in the same routine. It's really hard for you to actually tap into new talent.
Right.
How are you gonna find it when you're busy doing your own world?
Right.
So what COVID did, it made everything stop. Right? It made everybody stop and really realize what's going on because we were like in the HOV lane doing like 90 miles per hour, you know, for no reason. For no reason. Yo, get in out the lane. Yo, you can get off that exit, you know, be like a little pit stop. You have time for family. Like this is the most I've ever been with my kids. Like literally like all of them. So it helped me mentally really like understand like this is what it's really about. Tapping into other new talents that you didn't know that you even had.
Exactly.
Yeah, just taught everyone for the most part, you know, work smarter, not harder. You know, absolutely, work smarter, not harder. You know, and it's kind of it's really important. It's really important. I mean, but yeah, I was definitely really appreciative of the time.
Yeah, I love it.
We had to go. We had fun.
Yeah, and I feel like that's like if you could get out of this situation, you know, just alive and victorious, you're ready for the world. You could do anything. Now outside of you open back up officially, like across the globe, not across the globe, but like around here, at the end of the month, and it's like I'm not even gonna change for me because we didn't really stop.
Yeah.
We didn't stop every day. We designed every day. It never stopped. We were still here trying to create because at the end of the day we were saying to ourselves like, listen, this is not gonna be forever. You know, so let's prepare ourselves for the next step.
Right.
And we're beyond prepared.
Oh, and I just missed total. We came out of COVID with a new location, actually.
Oh
We
yeah.
didn't touch on that.
We didn't even touch on that. By the time it's airs, it's gonna be good to go. So yeah, we just opened up a new location. We're gonna open up a new location in Menlo Park Mall.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That's dope.
Yeah, right upstairs, next door, so I'm right across from clientele. So it's gonna be amazing, right next to Lids. You know, I'm plugging it in now. You know, the grand opening is coming soon, but we opened up this new space.
During COVID.
We were all under one roof next door.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, 9 square foot. Now we open up this location where we can do a lot of our shipping and logistics. Now we have this. It's technically gonna be our third location.
Yeah.
Right now, so I can't complain at all. I'm ready, and that's gonna be a totally different ball game. But I am ready for it. I'm not scared. You know, I did what 80% of the people that don't attempt. You know, I tried. You know, so as long as I'm trying, I'm good to go. Now we have a strong team around us we're gonna make sure that none of us fail. So I'm ready for the new challenge. We're ready for the new challenge.
Dope. So, do you guys have any advice for anyone that may want to start a business or style?
Start.
That's what you said. Just start.
Go.
Start. And what I really start today. And what I really do encourage people, especially if you're getting into any type of field, get yourself a mentor. You know. And I'm not talking about just someone that's doing it, someone that's actually doing it, you know. So I'm not saying to save you a lot of time. It's it's better to get that person advice on what's going on versus that you trying to figure things out.
Save yourself a lot of
mistakes. Save a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's what people all time. Like,
time and money.
Yeah, time and money. Like getting out from the mud is cool, but it really isn't the smartest. Like they say, work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
You know, so just get somebody in place that you know, that's really doing it. Then get somebody else that's like on your level, you know, as well. So you guys come up together, you guys have the same passion, you guys are on the same drive, because at the end of the day, you don't want to go to the top by yourself, because when you get to the top, you're going to be by yourself.
Right.
And it's really hard to share the joy of your come up when there's no one to be there with you, and everyone's around for the come up. That's where people at that position really don't, you know, stay happy. And they gotta be happy with what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I encourage to get yourself a nice little mentor and start.
Okay.
You know, and never give up.
Okay, so how do you go about finding a mentor though?
Honestly, if you're like, for example, if you're an artist or if you're a cook, it doesn't matter what you're doing. There's somebody around you that you're doing it, or someone on social media. You can tap in that way. I'm pretty sure people are doing shows. If someone's a cook, if someone's doing a brunch, pull up to the brunch, support the person. After the brunch, talk to the cook like, hey, listen, man, I'm up and coming. What you call? Do you need any help in the kitchen? Do you need any blah 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 blah? You know what I'm saying? Tap in, network. You have to network. You know, and that's one thing. That's one thing a lot of people forget. Network is your network. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to really skip that and understand that that's what's going to really help you take you to the next level, is you tapping into other people, because you don't know unless you speak or go out to these events. Like, you're not going to grow just behind your phone and texting and posting. You got to go outside and be in the streets, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what can we expect from you guys from now, summer on?
A lot.
Heat, right?
Yeah, you know, fire designs, new location, consistency. Yeah. Consistency. You know, that's kind of the name of the game. Just keep on going. I mean, been here for 10, let's make it to another 10.
For another decade. I would say a lot more collabs.
Yeah.
A lot more consistent releases. Even though we literally, throughout the COVID, we literally had a strong drop every week. Every week we drop a strong piece every week, and I feel as if with this new location and the pace that we're going now, that we're gonna constantly drop even more. So more collabs, more releases, a lot of dope events, especially in the mall. I can't wait for that. You know, a lot of pop-ups. I'm really, even with that, I'm really gonna give people opportunities to even do pop-ups here. This is what the Strong Space is really about, is to give up-and-coming brands an opportunity to, you know, showcase their brands. You know, so we could either do that here, we could do that next door, we could do that at the mall, you know.
3 at one time. We really wanted.
How we actually did do that? For the release of the Packman Dupe.
Oh yeah, we had 2 at one time.
Yeah, we had 3 pop-ups at one time. You know,
wow.
We had the Packman Dupe here. You see, got the Unicorn, the Unistrong collab, the Cash Only. We dropped mine. Then we had next door. We had Fuck Prison, Sean Hartwell, and we just like to really just, you know, collaborate and just have fun with it. You know, at the end of the day, that's what people is taking the aspect out of this, the fun. Like, this doesn't consider work for me, and the fact that I'm having fun doing this, you know, but this is our job. You know, I can literally tell, like, my kids this is how I provide for you guys, is this, and if you're happy doing what you're doing, you don't really consider it a job.
Right.
I don't even say the word job.
Right. I think the new generations coming up are taking more pride in like actually loving what they do. Instead of just
Earlier, which is a good trait. It's a good trait. It's a good trait. It's just that, you know, you gotta just really go hard.
Right.
And it's not. There's gonna be a lot of things in it. There's gonna be a lot of roadblocks. And this is something I'm telling to everybody up and coming. You know, there's gonna be a lot of roadblocks. There's gonna be a lot of discouraging moments. There's gonna be times like, wow, why am I really doing this? And like, man, I spent my last on this. It didn't really do good. But that's how you learn. You know, maybe I shouldn't drop this. Maybe I should do this. You know what? Maybe I should spend that much on that. Maybe I should break it down. And that's the little things that you learn when you're going through the growth process. It's not going to be easy, you know. It's not going to be easy. And then that's the people that get over those humps are the people that end up being successful, because they went through the whole turmoil of like, oh shit, of defeat and endless nights and not be able to sleep because you're worried about what's going to happen the next day, you know. But honestly, that's what makes you who you really are. Those tough skin. You know, so when really things will happen, you're just like, oh, I ain't worried about that. We get to do that, and that's to help you get to the next level. You know, because you're so confident that I've been through this, I can do that again. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I can say.
Okay, well, I want to thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you for having us. This was a pleasure. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, and you heard it here first. We are Jersey Magazine. I'm Irissah. This is Dupe. Notes.
What up?
See you next time.
Huge shout out to you. We have the Strong Garbage program coming. What that entails is we're encouraging the youth to recycle. So they're giving us, the Strong Boys, the task of designing all the garbage cans around the town of Bloomfield. So you know, we can make it real funky, real wavy. So when you in Bloomfield, you see that garbage can, you know them Strong Boys. I mean, we put our sauce on it. So shout out Bloomfield, really appreciate that. You know, and yeah, look out for that meal in the garbage can, right?
We are Jersey. We are Jersey. We are Jersey.